to another reaction video. This one comes from a woman who is, well, she sounds like she's fed up. My question to you before we get into this clip is, do you agree or do you disagree with her? Now, I want you to actually comment if you agree or if you disagree. Now, let me go ahead and introduce myself and then we're going to get right into the clip. My name is Bertrand. I am the coolest dude on the planet and I'm your friend. Confidence and clarity is the goal for my channel. So let's go ahead and let's dive right into this.
There's a stat on Facebook and basically it says men are not obsessed with women like they used to be. Y'all don't find that kind of weird? And to be honest, no, I don't find that kind of weird, because what exactly is there for men to be obsessed with in today's world? Women have left no room for imagination, none whatsoever. It's like your sense of entitlement is out of control. Your expectations are unrealistic. Y'all walk around showing your bodies half dressed, half exposed 24/7, out smoking, drinking, partying 24/7, on the scene 24/7. A lot of y'all are not even coming with nothing to the table because you're too busy with your hand out trying to see what man got the next bag so he can sponsor your lifestyle to make you look like you're living a lifestyle to post on the internet. It's like a lot of y'all don't have common sense. A lot of y'all don't know how to hold a conversation. A lot of y'all don't have no originality about yourselves. Everybody is getting the same body. Everybody is getting the same hairstyle. Everybody looks the exact same. And it's like y'all get that confused. Oh, well, men like that. No, men will that. But men are not wiping that and they're not cuffing that. And I think y'all are starting to realize that. And then the first thing y'all want to say is, oh, well, they're gay, they're sassy. No, they're not. They're just tired of what you guys are presenting. And if y'all are here to give them free pussy, free looks, and free everything they ain't got to work for, why would they?
Free? Dates aren't free. I don't know what she means by free, but let me go ahead. Let me start with this. I disagree. I do think that men are obsessed with women. Men are obsessed with women, but we're realizing that, one, they're not loyal.
All you gotta do is call him up and say, hey, and he will drop whatever it is that he is doing.
They're not exclusive.
Only 5.
You have to have a roster, like that's how it is.
They belong to the community.
Oh no, I'm gonna tell the truth. I cheat.
Why? What are the circumstances that make you feel like I'm about to cheat?
When I feel like it gets boring.
They're a distraction. They're a headache. Right? Now, when I say a headache, I mean, this person is going to want you to do things, but there's no return on it, right? Like, for instance, you go out and you make over 100,000 a year, which is a hard thing to do. I mean, extremely hard thing to do. I don't care what a lot of people are saying or what a lot of people think that a lot of people are saying. Making over $100,000 is not an easy thing because it takes work and it takes action. It takes consistency. It takes determination on a constant basis. Now, I'm not saying that it's not achievable, and I'm not saying that a lot of people are not doing it. But when we look at the numbers, it's like 80% of people are not making that. 80% of people are not making that. In fact, let's do this. Let's get a little bit more precise. How many people in the United States are making 100,000 a year?
According to Zippia, in the U.S., 18% of individual Americans and 34.4% of households make
34% households. That means 2 people, okay? 2 or more. Now, it said 18%. Now, I just, kind of rounded it up and said 20%, right, instead of 18. But that's only 100,000 a year. So what I'm saying is this. Men are realizing that the distraction that woman provides is not worth it. Because in order to make that kind of money, you're going to have to spend a significant amount of time doing something constantly, consistently, because if you don't, you will be distracted and you will be broke. Now, she also brought up the imagination, not leaving anything to the imagination. Well, I'm gonna push back a little bit, right? I'm gonna play devil's advocate just a little bit, right? Because I can tell you, when I see a woman who's barely wearing any clothes, oh, my imagination is working. It's working from an arousal point of view. Meaning I see her and I'm imagining how I'm gonna beat the brakes off that thing. A lot of women claim that they don't want to be treated like a piece of meat, yet they're presenting themselves that way. One of the biggest things that may give her and other people this thought process is men are figuring out that when a woman is not loyal and she's not exclusive, what benefit does it provide you? How can you view her as the prize when you know she's looking for the next guy with more money, with more resources, with more fame, that's more popular, right? A guy that's going to give her a different experience. How can you as a man actually deal with that? Well, you have to get your confidence up and knowing that she's not going to find a man like you. Here's something that you should know. If you don't know this already, there are millions more women on this planet than there are men. Millions, right? So if every man married, there will still be millions of women who will not be married. When it comes to looks, the best looking woman, for instance, this woman here, I think she is attractive. Now, I will say this. She sounds like she's in charge of something. She sounds like she's a mom, a boss, a CEO, a supervisor.
It's like a lot of y'all don't have common sense. A lot of y'all don't know how to hold a conversation. A lot of y'all don't have no originality about yourselves.
And she's having to deal with women in a certain way, and she doesn't like it. It definitely sounds like irritated or, kind of manly around the edges. Feminine is still the thing that men are looking for. That's why we kind of look at the makeup and the long nails, even though we don't like it. Or at least let me speak for myself. I look at that as feminine because that's something that I personally wouldn't do. Now, when it comes to women looking the same, men are definitely obsessed with women. For instance, if you can't get the woman you want, you can get her look-alike, right? Because a lot of women are copycatting other women. We all know what attractive looks like. We all know what healthy looks like. And so what we're seeing is imitations of that. We're seeing illusions or different versions of healthy, right? Or gorgeous. For instance, there is a difference between a woman who got a BBL that cost $40,000 versus the woman who got it and it was $4,000. Like there's a complete difference in look and feel, right? The $40,000, from my personal experience, it looks more natural. It will fool the hell out of you, right? Whereas the $4,000 one, you're like, come on, man, that's botched. That looks terrible, right? Now, this is not always the case because some women's body, they're gonna have to work out or do something first. But fellas, regardless of whether you think men are obsessed with women or not, the most important thing you have to do is focus on yourself. Right? Save yourself first, then you can come back and save others. Now, with this being said, I want you guys to increase your confidence because confidence is going to be that thing that helps you get over this hump. Work on your mind, work on your body, and work on your finances. A lot of us are good at one thing, but not at the other two. But when you get all three of these things together, I'm telling you, fellas, you have access to a completely different lifestyle. Here's a good side note. There are still good women out here. The problem is it's hard to find them because sometimes they're surrounded by other women who have been indoctrinated with stripper culture. The good women are hard to find, okay? The good women are hard to find. But I do have a question for you guys because since we're living in stripper culture with friends with benefits, situationships, flings, and vacay bays, what do you think? Do you think that men are obsessed with women, or do you think that the obsession is actually going away? Comment under this video. Remember, when you are watching these videos, you are becoming a better version of yourself. That means you 2.4. Other than that, I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.